These are my top 5 supplements that boost your, if you know what I'm saying. Number 5, dimdolimethin, also known as DIM. This is an estrogen metabolizer. It basically takes the estrogen in your body and converts all the crappy estrogens into good estrogens and slowly eradicates estrogen from the body in the process. Now, I've taken DIM when I had an estrogen level of 40 and brought it down to 20, and my libido went, wow, like right up the roof. Within probably a few days, I started to notice the libido, but within a month, I felt like a new human being. Why? Because estrogen is extremely dominant in everything we're inhaling these days. It's in the friggin' air. Forget the plastics. It's everywhere. So DIM is a great product. Just make sure for this specific one, which is why I chose it for number 5, is make sure that you have higher estrogen levels if you are going to take it. Do not take DIM if you already have low estrogen levels, because it will have the reverse effect on your libido. So get a blood test. The dosage of DIM is 200 milligrams. Number 4, stinging nettle root extract. Now, I love this one. Stinging nettle root extract is a root extract that's actually very common. Make sure not to get stinging nettle leaf. Get stinging nettle root. Why the root? Because the root works on the hormones and the leaf works on more inflammatory system, your sinuses, your circulation, all of that stuff. Stinging nettle root will actually slightly lower DHT in the body. It will help with your prostate if you have any prostate issues. It'll actually grow some, thicker hair on your head, ironically, but most importantly, it will lower something in your body called SHBG, which is sex hormone binding globulin, and it will in turn elevate your free testosterone. So when you lower SHBG, free testosterone goes up, and if you know anything about hormones, your testosterone means nothing. Your free testosterone means everything. The dosage for stinging nettle root extract is 750 milligrams of an extract. So usually they come in around 250 milligram capsules. So that would be approximately 3 capsules. Take it all in the morning on an empty stomach. You'll love it. Number 3, Mucuna Pruriens. Okay, this one is one of my favorite herbs. Mucuna Pruriens is a velvet bean herb extract. And what it does is it actually lowers prolactin in the body. Now, what is prolactin? Prolactin is something that spikes when you ejaculate. You have a huge spike in prolactin. Why does that happen? So that we have a refractory period. That's why right after you finish, you don't feel like going again right away, right? You have a refractory period, prolactin spikes, and as prolactin goes back down, your desire comes back up. So what happens when you take Mucuna Pruriens? It lowers prolactin, which means that your drive goes up the wazoo. Not only that, but your refractory period, let's say normally it's 30 minutes, now it's like 10 minutes. If it's normally an hour, now it's like a half an hour. So that's a lot of fun, and it gives you a lot of pleasure, and it can also slightly boost testosterone, which is great. Mucuna Pruriens dosage is 1,200 milligrams of an extract. Now, if you just get the velvet bean powder, you could take 3 to 5 grams of that. Number 2, Bulgarian Tribulus from Bulgaria, or you can get it from Greece. Do not buy all this Chinese crap. Let me explain to you that 90% of Tribulus on the market is bunk. That's why people says this stuff doesn't work. It's because they're just grabbing it from random companies and just trying whatever looks good. Find a Bulgarian Tribulus that works well, and I'm telling you, you'll be waking up floating on your bed if you get my drift. Bulgarian Tribulus was one of the first herbs I took when I was 23 years old, and I'm telling you, my voice dropped like 3 octaves lower, and I overreacted to it. Tribulus is a very good libido boosting herb. It also does something unique, which is approximately after 3 weeks moving forward, it has a great diuretic effect in the body. I start to urinate more, and I start to notice that my body gets very dry and very lean. My muscles have that very tight, dehydrated look. There's no puffiness to them. It gives me a very sculpted look, usually from 3 weeks forward. The Tribulus dose would be 1,500 milligrams of a Bulgarian Tribulus extract. If you do not get an extract and you just get a good form of Tribulus in herb form, you take 3 to 5 grams in a scoop. If it is a Bulgarian extract, 1,500 milligrams is all you need. Now, number 1, the undisputed champion of libido boosting herbs is maca. Why maca? Because maca works for almost everybody. I think like even people who take Tribulus, you get about 70% of people it works for. Maca is like 95% of people I've seen take maca have the same effects. Now it's interesting because the science can't measure anything on it. The only thing they seem to measure is that men are getting crazy erections and a crazy sex drive and symptoms of high testosterone, yet their numbers on paper are staying the same. But who cares? It works, and it works better than all the other herbs, tied with Tribulus. But nonetheless, it works, and it works well. A great maca would be maca that is located from Peru. If you take it by the powder form, you take 3 to 5 grams. If you take a capsulated extract version of maca, make sure it's about 1,500 milligrams a day, and you will be rocking. So those are my 5 favorite herbs for boosting libido. See you next time.